This is a Bernina Industrie. It's a model 850. It's basically an industrial machine. It was brought to me with a problem with the presser foot. When you lift the presser foot, it won't stay up. You take your hand away and it just falls down. I do notice that there's a lot of extra pressure having to raise the presser foot. I couldn't find a service manual for the model 850, but I did find a manual for a similar model 840. It looks very close, so I'll follow the instructions that it specifies and see where it takes me. First, I have to get access to the parts that will need adjusting. So I open up the end cover and lift the top, and I see a first problem, that this door doesn't swing all the way open to give me access to the screw. Well, here's the door mechanism, but I may be able to make the adjustment without removing it, but if you see up here, that top hinge butts against a boss part of the body casting. And the top and bottom hinges just pivot on this long silver pin. I'm hoping if I remove that set screw in the middle of the image, that the pin will come out the top and the door will come off. But I think I can get a screwdriver in on that screw to loosen it to do the setting. So I'll try that first. So the instructions call for the feed dogs being lowered so any measurements are taken directly from the needle plate and not affected by raised feed dogs. Also ask for a general purpose presser foot to be installed. The instructions call for a gauge block to be inserted between the presser foot and the needle plate. That gauge block should be 7.3 millimeters. In this configuration, with the gauge block installed, this clamp should be resting on the top of the lifter lever cam. And obviously it's not. There's about a half-inch movement there before contact is made. I've decided to try and remove this door so I can see better how this mechanism works. So I have a 2.5 millimeter Allen key. Loosen up this set screw. Just loosen it up. I won't take it all the way out. And then with a pair of pliers, I'll pull up on the top of this long pin, I hope. There it comes. You see there's a little washer under the head of that pin. There we go. That wasn't so bad. When this lifter arm is raised and lowered, it pushes this arm that's attached to the pressure bar clamp up and down. I hope you can see that. This lift lever has a cam shape at its end, and as you lift the lever, the cam causes the clamp arm to raise. Now, according to the manual, it's supposed to raise far enough that the clamp arm rests on this flat spot and then holds that position. Obviously, this isn't rotating far enough before the needle bar clamp, or the needle clamp, hits the base. The presser foot has to be set at a height of 7.3 millimeters. And I'll be using this gauge block with a piece of paper. I think that's going to be close enough for my purposes, 7/28. Now before I make the adjustments, I just observe that the adjusting screw has a bit of damage to the head, so someone has been in before and made some marks. And I put a Sharpie mark on the pressure bar itself, so if need be I can come back to this mark. But I suspect when I move it that the Sharpie mark will probably wear off. So after putting some penetrating oil at the top and letting it soak in, applying some heat, now when I lift the foot, the pressure bar moved, the clamp moved. And here's the end result after the adjustments. If you lift the lifter arm, the pressure foot stays up.